Okay, so I'm going to go to screen share and we're going to start with just a review of the Shema. In fact, we're going to add in that second paragraph just as a little bit of a challenge. It really works both ways. It works for people who are still really in learning mode because sounding out any word is just as good as sounding out any other word. And then it works for the people who are a little bit beyond, others, because it really is more of a challenge. So I was thinking if we can work something like that into each class, that might be a way of addressing the different levels in the class. So share screen, and here we go. So Roberta, I know you're here if you want to start with the Shema and read up until maybe Al Levavecha.
Okay. The Ahavta 8 Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha. Keep going.
Yeah, one more line if you want. Yeah.
V'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher ano. I'm trying to read it out of my prayer book and it's a little small. Anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha.
Okay, thank you. So just out of curiosity, which prayer book are you reading?
Lev Shalem.
Okay, so I just want to review, since it was such an exciting discovery, at least for me, that it actually tells us in Lev Shalem which of the shvas to pronounce. So, and they look, I was noticing today, they look like diamonds, right? They're not, it's not even just a bigger version of the two dots. They actually made it like diamonds. So it's not uvichol, it turns out, it's uvchol. You see that? Uvchol nafshicha. Uvchol. So one thing, I was looking for patterns, and it seems like when it comes before one of these one of these holes, they do not pronounce the shva, or we're told not to pronounce the shva. Uvchol me'odecha. V'hayu hadivarim, not hadvarim, but hadivarim, ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha. So with this new terribly easy, I feel like I'm cheating way, we can really work with that. Okay.
Yeah, it shows up much better when you make it big on the screen than in the prayer book.
Right, and I thought maybe if you're using Sim Shalom, you wouldn't see any of that. So okay, Fran, do you want to continue with Vishinan Tam?
Yeah, Vishinan Tam Levanecha V'dibarta Bam B'shintecha V'veitecha U'v'lechtecha V'aderech U'v'shaftecha U'v'kumecha. Keep going?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Like this one. Ukshar Tom leot al yodecha v'hayu
Yeah.
V'hayu letotafot bein einecha uvtach.
That's a called kaf.
Uvtach tam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
Visharecha. Good. Okay. So
Barbara,
let's,
just
yeah.
1 minute. Can you,
Yeah.
is there a rule you can give us about the schwa? Because I'm so used to doing it, not knowing what I'm doing, that if I had a
Right.
rule.
Right. I know some rules about the schwa, but if I knew them all, then I wouldn't have been so excited. I mean, for example, when it's the first letter in the word, then you would have no other way of beginning the word.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other very easy one is when there are two together. So there were a couple examples here. If you see one like uv shoch becha, so the be has to be, because that's again like starting the word over again. Uv shoch becha. Those are the two that are automatic. Then for the others, as I said, I was looking for patterns to be able to explain it, but you know, I like, for example, when it comes before one of these O sounds, it seems that they, you know, that it's not pronounced. Uvchol, uvchol. But here, when it's uvku, it is uviku. If you can figure out a reason why, you know, there's got to be something about different kinds of vowels. I don't know if oo is considered a long vowel versus a short vowel, you know. So there's got to be some explanation like that. But I can't just readily tell you what it is. Like here, no, but here's uvisharecha. I don't know. Anyway, if it was that easy,
The plumbing
know.
lines are either in this, they're here,
Yeah, that's what it.
the lines. Actually, I think
so,
they're here.
but I do
I
have,
think they're here. Well, they're definitely good form.
who's talking?
Yeah.
Did I get you to mute me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, and as this.
Francis.
I didn't just mute everyone, did I? Oh, maybe I did. But I do have some articles. One is extremely detailed, you know, but it might be something you're interested in. One is much shorter. I think that just says whatever your mouth finds it easiest to do. There've been different theories and different, you know, ideas put out, but I'll send them. I was going to send it last week and I just didn't get to it. Okay, so what page do I want to go back to now? Let's see. I'm looking for page 41 here. When I was scrolling, I lost it. Okay.
Can I say something?
Please.
So I was bat mitzvahed and I did all this stuff. But because I don't see it often enough or do it often enough, there's no word recognition. So I'm just wondering if in this class it would be a good idea, like when we do what we just did, like that we go over it a few times, because then we all start to recognize words, because there's
Okay.
words in there that I don't even have to sound out because I remember them. I
Yeah.
remember that after one word, this next word came. And to me, that's a whole need that I have, that when I'm in shul, I'm not kind of belaboring over one word, because if I recognized it, it would start to flow and then I can keep up with the congregation.
Mhm. Yeah,
Because
we
to go
can-
over it once, to me, I feel, I mean, this is always said in temple, and I think we would all love to be able to go blah, 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 and just be able to read it and know it and do it. And I think it's all familiarization. And certain words will become, like if every week we started out and did one thing like this, every week we would just start to know it.
Okay, well,
I don't mean by
do this-
memory, but just
yeah.
by recognition.
Right, we did do this last week about 3 times. This was a review, in fact, of what we did last week 3 times. So, I mean, just to point that out, but I'm happy to have 2 or 3 people do the same lines. Yeah,
I mean, we could even all read it together.
Well, we
and at least
could,
would be reading it.
well, I hope, certainly hoping that everyone is reading on their own when someone else is reading. That of course you should be doing it. But if I don't know if you've ever tried doing singing on Zoom, it really doesn't.
No, I haven't.
Zoom doesn't lend itself to that.
I haven't.
Yeah, with 2 or 3 people talking, everybody's computer has different speed, and it's just like gibberish when people try to talk or sing together. But you certainly should be saying it when someone else is reading it, and if you said it a different way, then and you have a question, please. So with all of that, would you like to start at the top here, either at Shema or
Which one?
V'ahavta?
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבביך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. Should I go on?
Please.
והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום. What is it?
Mitzavecha.
מצווך היום על לבביך. ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך, ביתך בביתך ובלכתך. בדרך ושכבך ובקומך.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sandy, are you with us to say Ukshartam?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Where are we? Ukshartam leot al yadecha v'chayu l'totafot bein einecha. Uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
Yeah, I have a question, Barbara. In the second line, the last word. So the third letter, which is a vav, has a dot after it. But it's supposed to be an u, but
Yeah, okay,
right?
so that, okay, you weren't here last week. We talked about this. Okay, good. So a vav can either be, I'm guessing either a consonant, vav, or it can be a vowel, which is either an u or an o. If it has a vowel, as this does, then we're dealing with a situation where it's playing both roles. So it's a vav with a shva. So it's a vi. This extra little dot here is like a leftover, a holdover, sort of like this, like in this T here, or sometimes we'll have it in a dalet, or here it's in a noon. It's one of those leftover dots from a very long time ago that don't play a role today. So unfortunately, it is extremely confusing when it's in a vav, because as you say, we're trained to think that's an u.
They can hear us.
So it's just one of those anomalous words that, just learn it, mitzavecha, and don't, you know what I mean? Don't stress and dwell on it. It's mitzavecha. And that dot there is it's just an extraneous dot. Does that help at all? I know it's not completely satisfying, but it's the best I can explain it. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions about a particular word?
I do have a question, not about any particular word,
Yeah.
but if you don't say the schwa right, nobody's going to correct you generally when you're, when you're
Nobody,
reading out loud in
absolutely
synagogue or
nobody.
something.
Absolutely nobody. As I said last time, most people won't even know what you're talking about. If you said, in my Hebrew class, the teacher said, and they'll look at you like, they'll think I'm crazy and that you misunderstood. I mean, honestly, it's just something I became very aware of, and my personality is such that I care about things like that, and I get a little obsessed about things like that. But if it was not an issue and it didn't matter at all, then then the books would not go out of their way to point it out, right? I mean,
Right.
so anyway, I'll send you the articles that I have, and you can
Great.
you can do what you want with them. Some of them are, you feel like you're reading a scientific journal, and others are like, I don't know why these people care, just doesn't matter. Yes, it goes those two extremes. So yeah. Anything else? And it's really the same thing with the O, shoch becha. I would venture to say 80% of the people at your synagogue wouldn't even know that there's a difference, but the ones who do are gonna, well, of course, it's just gonna be those two extremes of not even knowing and caring deeply. So, and whether you're lucky or not, I don't know, but I happen to care deeply about both things. So, and you ended up in my class. So if it's not important to you and you don't want to hear me talking about it, just tune it out. Okay. Let's see. I have already lost track. Pixie, did you read?
No.
Okay. Let's just do the V'ahavta one last time and then we'll move on.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'kol levavecha u'b'kol nafshecha u'b'kol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'elech asher anochi metzuvcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levavecha
Levanecha.
levavecha.
Levanecha.
Levanecha, sorry. I was just thinking about the
Right.
next word. I used to know somebody named Betty, and I thought that they were talking about Betty. Okay, Betty. I thought her name was Betty Barta Baum. Okay. Betty Barta Baum, Vashiftecha, Vavetecha, Uvalechtecha, Vaderech, Uvshach Becha, Uvkumecha, Shartam Laot al Yodecha, Vahayu Latotafot, Beinenecha, Uktav Tam al Mezuzot, Beitecha, Uvisharecha.
Okay, good. Let's see. Did Jody come while I wasn't looking? Okay. So Jill, you know what, Jill, I am going to let you make the choice. Okay. Do you want to read the second paragraph here that we always read silently, or do you want to read Vayomer Adonai? I'm going to let you make that call for us.
Well, what's the choice?
So, in between the V'ahavta and Vayomer,
know the choice either.
when we kiss the tzitzit, we have this paragraph that we say silently,
Oh, yeah.
and so it's not going to be. My guess is it's not going to just flow off your tongue, but maybe it will. But it's something that most people don't just know as well as they know the V'ahavta and the so.
Oh, I'll give it a try. How's that?
Okay, good, thank you.
Vahaya, Om, Shamoa.
Im.
Oh, I'm sorry, Im,
Shamoa.
Shamoa, Tish, Mayo,
Tishmit u.
Mi'u,
Tishmit u.
El meets meets Ota.
This is a vav again.
Oh, mitzvot, mitzvotai.
Mitzvotai.
Asher,
Yeah, okay.
Anochi, mitzvoteh,
Mitzaveh.
mitzaveh. Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Etachem, ha yom, le'at hava.
I'm sorry, I'm having construction here.
Oh, can you mute? Could
Mute.
everyone mute except for
I'm
Jill?
going
That
into
might-
another room. Oh my God.
Okay.
Et Adonai,
Uh-huh.
Ela, Hechem,
Elo, don't forget the vowel up here. Elo, lo.
Eloheihem, Bella, Bado,
So what letter is this here? How do you pronounce, what vowel?
I'm sorry,
What vowel is here at the beginning of the word?
was that Uv?
Yeah.
It's hard to know sometimes when it's a V and when it's a Uv.
Right. When it doesn't have anything under it, then it's the oo. Like here, it has the vowel e under it, so it's ve, right? But here, it doesn't have anything under it, so it's oo. It's the
Okay,
most mysterious, right? I'm trying to count how many different roles it takes on, at least.
it takes
three
a
or
lot.
four. Right, so like here it's meets vo, here it's vo, here it's both a vav and an o. So here it's vo, and here it's just plain oo combined with l, so it's ul ovdo. Yeah, yeah. So I mean,
That's an O, that's not an ah.
where?
Under the, was that?
Under the ayin?
Ayin.
Well,
So-
because that's that special that I was talking about, the patach katan, that changes to an O. Remember,
Okay.
we were looking at how compared with the patach here,
longer.
yeah, so that's
Okay.
why I say O.
So that would be Ul, Uvado,
Ul of do.
okay.
Over the Dalit, there's 2 dots, and you may have taught this, I'm sorry, but
Where's the dalit? Which dalit? In what word?
Ulovdo.
Ul of. Oh, that's a trope note. Oh, et Adonai Elohechem Ulav do. Oh, that's a trope note. Good catch. That's a trope note. Has nothing to do with reading it. It's how you sing it. Just to make it that much more complicated. It's like here, this is a trope note. 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 Anything that you don't recognize as a vowel is a I'm sorry, what? I didn't invent this language. I really didn't. But that was a good catch. That's what that is. Okay, Jill. Bechol.
Oh, where I lost my place here. Where am
The
I?
last word on this line, if you're looking at
Oh,
our.
Bachol, Lacha, Lava, Vechem.
Vavchem,
This is another U, Vachel.
See, now this breaks, remember, remember how I thought I had figured out that if it came in the other paragraph, if it came before Bechol Levavcha U, okay, it does fit the, okay, it does fit the pattern, Bechol, good, okay. I got scared, I thought it was a break from the simple little pattern that I had found. Okay, go ahead, Bechol,
Bechol naf shachem.
good. Okay, Sheila, do you want to read Vinatati?
Well, I have to make a confession. I tried to read this last night and I didn't know whether the word came out. So I know that I'm an auditory learner. So if somebody would say the line
Ah,
and have me repeat it,
yes, that's a great idea.
then I would know how it's pronounced.
No, you're absolutely right. When I was in the shower earlier and I was deciding that I wanted to do this paragraph, I
It's
actually
very hard.
thought
To
of
me,
that
it was
and I
hard.
forgot. You're absolutely right and I apologize. I thought of that about 2 hours ago and I forgot. So let me do that. Okay.
Okay.
Vinatati mitar artechem beito yore umal kosh ve'asafta diganecha v'tiroshecha v'yitzharecha. And I'll just read one more, okay? Vinatati, the same word here, vinatati asev bisadecha livhemtecha ve'achalta visavata. And if, okay, do you want to do vinatati now? Vinatati mitar.
Benatati mevar
Mitar.
metar
Artsechem.
artsechem beato
Gabeito. The one dot is beito.
beatito ido
Yo.
yo
Yo, and this is a resh. Yo re.
yo re
Yo re. Uh-huh. Yo re.
uma mal
Good.
kodesh
Kosh. There's
kosh
no dalit. Yeah, just
right,
kosh.
kosh. Ve'asva fatecha.
The
No.
asavta.
Ve'asavta
Di ga
diga
ne
no
ne
necha
diga necha.
va vehir shostecha
So this is a tav, not a hey. You see the difference between the tav and this is a hey here.
okay
Yeah.
vehe no
The
vehi
tear.
vetir sharecha
Shecha.
shecha
Okay, one more word. Veyitzharecha.
veitzarecha
Veyitzharecha.
veitzarecha.
Okay. I think I said that this is going to be a lot harder when we started. right?
This is hard.
And we can blame Jill because I made Jill make the choice. Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, Audrey, do you want to read Vinatati Esav?
Sure. Vinatati Esav,
Esav, right?
the Esav, where are we? The Esav, Bishadcha,
But that's again, it's sin, not
Shadcha?
shin. The sadcha.
the Sadcha. Is that fields?
Yes, in
Okay.
your field, yeah.
Sada live chemtecha, the alchata, the savata. Hishamru lachem pe yifteh. The vavachem, the shartim, the avatem, Elohim acherim, the hishta'achavitem lachem.
Okay,
Right.
good. I want to make sure that, why does that happen? Okay. I just want to make sure that Cindy and Sarah did not come. Is that right? Cindy, Sarah? Okay. So now I have to find again page 41 because I don't know what made it fly away. And we're going to go to, so did Teresa come? All right, we're up to Amy then. Let's see, page 40. Oh my God. Amy, do you happen to have your book open so you could start without waiting for me to?
What are we, what's the name of what we're doing? Because I have Sim Shalom.
Oh, okay. No, I've got it back on the screen now.
Okay,
Okay, so we are starting from Vichara. Do you see this here?
yeah,
Vichara?
yeah, V'chara af Adonai bachem va'arsar, tsar, it's tsar, yeah,
Uh-huh.
va'atzar et hashamim,
Hashemayim. The sky, Hashemayim.
Hashamayim below Adonai matar v'ha'adama.
Okay.
V'ha'adama.
Adama is soil, is the right, the earth.
Oh,
okay?
Adama,
Adama.
v'ha'adama
Uh-huh.
lo titain et ibelula.
Yivula.
Oh,
Yivula.
Yivula. Va'abadtem.
Okay, just notice that there's no dot, so it's va. Va'ava. The tem. Va'avadtem.
Va'avadtem. Mehera. Me'al. Haaretz. Hatbar. Asher.
Hatova. Hatova.
Oh, Hatova.
Haaretz hatova is the good land. The good land. Haaretz hatova. You know, like tov me'od or
Mazel tov.
Tova. Yeah, good. Tova. And the ha is the. So if a noun has ha, then the adjective is going to have ha. So it agrees, like in French or other languages. So haaretz hatova, the good land.
Asher Adonai notain lechem.
Okay, so that God gave to you. That God gave lachem to you. Okay, good. So let's go I'm assuming Amy Schulman did not come. Someone would have told me. Okay. So let's go back to Roberta. The tem.
Okay, the sum tem et divarai
Good.
ele al levavchem
Mhm.
ve'al nafshechem
Good.
uk.
Oh,
Oh no.
every time I want to go and change the picture to see who's reading, it goes flying.
I
Is there a
lost myself in my book.
solution for that? Let's see. 39, 40, 41. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Lost where
So
we are.
let's see, where did you start? Let's see. I don't think you did
Ele-
nafshechem ela levavchem ufkshartem amid.
Atam le oat. Don't know where I ended.
Did you, I know you read, here's the oath right here. So
Oath,
you want to
yeah.
al yed
Al yed al yedchem
Mm-hmm.
that. Oh, all right. So this is one of the things that confuses me. When you've got the vav and you've got the consonant and a vowel where that one of those the vowels that where the yud could be part of the vowel, or it could be
You're talking
yud.
about you,
Yeah.
you're talking about here, this? right
Yeah,
here?
yeah. How do I know when that yud? I find this a bit confusing. So the you here.
Right,
V'hayu.
right.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
so what else do you think it could have been? Because without
V'hai-
that, the yud would have no vowel. And the,
Okay.
and I'm just trying, since well, I hate to ever use absolutes, but
Yeah, this is not one of the words that when I'm looking at this one, this one's okay. If I come to
Oh,
one
okay.
that's confusing,
okay,
but that's one of the things that confuses me. When you've got the yud, they could be part of the previous vowel and the
Right.
vav. Yeah, so that one's all right though.
well, look, just be on the lookout for
Yeah,
another one.
yeah, I
you
will.
know.
All right. Litota vote.
Good,
Bain. A Nachem.
good.
Let me keep going.
Well, let's let Fran.
I'm sorry, can I ask a question about that word? So what do the yuds do there?
What do
Enechem.
the yuds do in
And
Enechem? You're talking
Yeah.
about Enechem?
yeah,
It makes both of these A's a little bit longer. Enechem. Enechem. Yeah. Other than that, I can't really, they're just making these other two sounds a little bit longer. That it, if they weren't there, it would probably sound just about the same. Enechem, enechem, enechem. It's just how, part of the spelling of the word. I can't get.
sorry, I mean, when I see something inconsistent, I ask, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm not saying it's not a good, I am not saying that that's not a fantastic question. What I'm saying is I can't get you any further. If I sound frustrated, it's because I can't get you any further than telling you that that's just part of the spelling of the word. Does that make any sense? I am not a scholar.
Yes, it makes
ancient
sense.
Semitic
Yeah.
languages, so I can't, right?
Yeah.
All I can tell you is for reading purposes, you would be told that it makes that this vowel a little bit longer. That, you know what I,
Yes, I understand.
but
Thank you.
otherwise it's just part of the spelling of the word, like, yeah, okay. Fran, do you want to start with the limadetem? And then, and there is no, it's the limadetem, it's not I. Okay, go ahead. Fran, are you muted perhaps, or? Fran?
Okay,
Okay.
the limatem. Is there otem?
A Tom. Yeah,
Otam?
this extra little thing is just a trip note. Yeah, it's just a pata. Otam.
Otam? Okay, et benechem, the dar bear. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Beshiv techa, benay tem,
Wait,
benay
wait, wait,
techa,
wait, what is this?
be techa.
Good, okay.
Okay. Uv le, wait a minute. Uv le, uv le techa.
Mm-hmm.
Is it wrong? Baderech uv shav becha
Mm-hmm.
u kamu mecha
Uvkumecha. Mm-hmm.
kamecha
Uvkumecha.
mecha
Good.
tav tem
Tom,
al mezuzot
right.
bene be techa uv shir recha
Uvish.
uvish recha.
Recha. Good.
Yeah.
So that might sound familiar because it's
Part of the Shema.
it's in the paragraph before, right? Al mizuzot beitecha uvisha
Yeah.
recha.
Correct.
So this mizuzot is a good
Also,
is a good word to see, you know, an U and an O with a zayin, mizuzot. Okay. Okay, so that was Francis. Sandy, do you want to read that from there to the end, Lima'an?
you want me to finish? Yeah.
Sandy? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Ma'an your boo
Good.
V'mechem
Wait, what's the first one here?
v'mehem
Yeah, it's a yud. Yemechem.
Yemehem V'mei V'nechem al ha'adama asher nishba Adonai la'avotechem latet lachem kime
Yes, Kime.
hasamayim
Wait, which side is the dot?
hashamayim
Good.
hashamayim al haaretz.
All right. Okay, good. So thank you to those who took that challenge of reading that much more difficult paragraph. And it's only more difficult because we're not accustomed, you know, to saying it out loud. But I'm a firm believer that practicing putting the sounds together, is what this is all about. Not just reciting over and over again the lines that that we already know, or a lot of us know. Okay. So with that, let's go back to something that is gonna feel a little bit nicer and easier. So Vayomer. So let's see, Iris, you want to read Vayomer? Start Vayomer. Did Iris come back? Is she? Oh, no, you're muted. Let's see. Ask. All I can do is ask you to unmute. I can't unmute you, Iris.
Okay,
Okay,
can
good.
you hear me?
Yeah,
So now I'm reading this in the closet, which I have never done before.
okay.
I'm sorry about all the noise, but I'm having drilling done in the other room.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yomer Adonai El Moshe Le Amer
Lay more.
Oh,
The
okay.
Aleph has
more.
no, the Aleph is silent. It has
Yeah.
no vowel with it at all. So it's lay more.
Le More Daber El Bnei Yisrael The Amarta Elohehem
Aleihem.
Alehem The Asu Lahem Sit Al Kanfei Begadehem the
Just note that there's no dot, so it's Vide. Yeah.
Vegdehem. Is that supposed to be clothes? Vegdehem.
Yep. On the corner, this is to put a seat on the corner of their garments, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yep, mhm, mhm.
Ledortam ve anachnu
Vinatnu, vinatinu,
venatanu al tzitzit hakanaf
mhm.
petil techelet
Uh-huh.
chelet ve Adonai
Look again.
vehayu vehaya
Good.
vehaya lachem letzitzit ver itam
Wait, what is this?
I knew that. Uritem
Good.
oto uzchartam et kol mitzvot. or
Right. Here
mitzvot.
it's both a vav and an o, mitzvot.
So
Uh-huh.
mitzvot,
Adonai.
Adonai.
Right, so here you could, for anyone who
Yeah.
gets mixed up between Vihaya and Adonai, there, you can compare them right here.
One's got the vav.
Right, and
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 middle.
one has a yud and here's an o. So there's
Yeah.
two differences, but easily confused anyway. Okay. Go ahead.
Ve'asitem
Uh-huh.
velo taturo
Taturu.
acharei levavchem ve'acharei einechem asher atem zonim
Mhm.
acharechem.
Okay, good. Let's let Audrey go.
Okay, okay. Lema'an tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hiyitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani, did I say it wrong?
Nope.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lichiot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Okay, good. So, is there anything else that we didn't go over that is, causing any angst at all? There's lots, as we were going, I noticed lots of those extra yuds hanging around here, ye, and there were several, Elohe, you know, it's just part of the language and it's in there, va'asi, tem, you know, ene, chem, you know, they're there. You know, I'll see, it's part of how you spell words. They just don't have vowels that go with them. So to us, they seem like they shouldn't be there. But it's part of the language, right? Here's another silent olive, hotseti, right? Who, and I think I mentioned last time, I am the Lord, I am your God. That hotseti etchem took you out of Egypt, right? To bring you
Marriage.
to be your God. I am your God. Yeah. Let's see what else came up. Anything else before we move? Well,
I have
Yeah.
almost the same question as before. Does it really matter if you say ukitavtam or uktavtam?
No, let's make it absolutely clear that it doesn't matter. Okay,
Okay.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I just wanted you to be aware that I just wanted you to be aware that there are technically differences, and a long time ago, I'm sure that it may, you know, people cared a lot more than they do now. But no, it does not matter.
Okay.
As I said, they don't teach it to kids learning from scratch, and well, they might at you know, they might at the yeshiva, you know, but when I hear kids reading, I can tell that they haven't been taught, you know, they would know it instinctively. So yeah, no, if you learned it and you know it one way, do not feel like you have to relearn it. Absolutely not. No. Okay. So what time is it? Why don't we just, you know what, let's do Vishamru. It's nice and short. And I know where it is here, just on 40. Let's see. Okay, did I already pass it? I'm looking for 46. Where, 44, 45. Okay, it's just nice and short. And I chose it because it comes up, you know, it's in the Friday night service. It's in the morning service at least twice. It's part of the Shacharit Amidah. It's probably part of the Musaf Amidah, and we say it at the very end of the service, at least in my synagogue. Vishamru when we're so I just thought we say it often enough that if there's anything in there that you're not sure how to say, you might want to go over it. So Amy, if you want to start with Visham, and it's Visham. So let me read it first. Vishamiru Vinay Yisrael et Hashabbat La'asot et Hashabbat Lidorotam Berit Olam Veini Uvein B'nei Yisrael Ot Ki Le'olam Ki Sheshet Yamim Asa Adonai Et Hashamayim V'et Haaretz Uvayom Hashvi'i Shavat Vayinafat. Okay.
Okay. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat l'dodotam berit olam
What is, okay, right, Berit Olam, okay.
Beini Uvein B'nei Yisrael Ot Hi Le'olam Ki Sheshet Yamin,
Mhm,
Asa,
mhm.
Adonai et Hashemayim ve'et haaretz. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash.
Okay, good.
Vayinafash.
Vayinafash. So, just quickly, since it is so short, I thought we would go over what it means. So the children of Israel observe et Shabbat, to make la asot is the infinitive, la asot Shabbat for the generations, to make the Shabbat for their generations. So Tom makes it their generations. A Barit Olam. So Barit, you probably know, is like a covenant, like what is it called? It's a bris, like a brit, a covenant,
Forever.
right, for eternity. Bain uvein b'nei Israel, between me and Israel. Bain and bain is between me. It's God speaking between me and the people of Israel. Ot is a sign. It also means like a letter of the alphabet. A sign for eternity, forever. And then ki sheshet yamim is 6 days, right? That in 6 days Hashem made the world, right? Asa is made, so Adonai. So in 6 days Adonai made the heavens and the earth. Uvayom hashvi'i, and so u or va means and va or ba means in. So in day 7, yom is day. So in day shvi'i 7, in day 7, right? So Shavat vayinafash. So I was noticing in the book they had explanations of that. Let me see. Can I get okay? Vayinafash was refreshed.
Shabbat is rested.
Yeah. Let me just see what this book says. And rested and was refreshed. He rested and was refreshed. So it's talking about God. Let's see. The basic root meaning of this verb is to breathe. Oh, like from nefesh. Niall, I like that. From nefesh. Okay. It's related to the noun nefesh, meaning person, the species in whom God has blown the breath of life. When one rests, one infuses oneself with a new breath of life. The peculiarity of this phrasing of this verse, thank you for acknowledging that it's a peculiar phrasing, okay, gave birth to the idea of the neshama yetera, the additional soul granted us on Shabbat. Well, that's very nice. I hope you saw some very familiar words in here: Yom and Sheshet for 6 and Shvi'i 7. Asa Hashemayim ve'et haaretz. You know Olam is Bnei Israel. So anyhow, I just thought, since we say that so often, and it was so short, we could end with that and go over by 2 minutes. So, was there anything specific in these 4 or 5 lines that wasn't clear? Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, well, let's see, next week, I guess we will continue with the plan. So we'll go on to L'Chadodi, which is, of course, a core prayer of Friday night service, and it has some beautiful references in there that I'll point out. On March 3rd, it's actually Rosh Chodesh Adar 2. So I thought maybe we would do 1 or 2 special prayers, that we say on Rosh Chodesh, if you would like. The following week on March 10th, it would be a week before Purim. So I was thinking of maybe bringing just some key lines from the Megillah. If you're, I'm raising all this kind of as if you're interested. If you're not, we could just stick with the very familiar prayers. So let me know either now or in an email how you feel. I will mention now that March 17th actually is Purim morning, and I will be at my synagogue. I'll be, I don't read the Megillah, but I will be reading Torah that morning. So I won't be here March 17th. And then we'll go from there. So does that sound like okay for everyone, or like a plan? I as you can tell, I'm trying to mix the very familiar with something a little more challenging and challenging, but also relevant to the time we're in. If it's Rosh Chodesh or Purim, or we'll do some things from the Megillah, from the Haggadah. So does that sound okay, everyone? Yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, we've got a shaking head and a thumbs up. So, oh, Amy, I didn't know you came. I had asked everyone to tell me if anyone new comes to let me know. Okay. All right. Next time I'll make sure to start with you. Okay.
Well, you just, can I get the recording so I can catch?
Oh,
the
yeah,
recording?
absolutely. Did you
Thank you.
just come recently?
Like 20 minutes, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I can only do like 2-3 things. And when I try to go over to the pictures, the page starts flying. So I'm trying to control what I can. Reading Hebrew is my skill here, not making PowerPoints and screen sharing and everything else. Okay. All right. Well, it's great
Barbara,
to see
I
you.
had
Yeah.
I had a question.
Yeah.
If we order the Art Scroll Siddur, we order the festivals and holidays, Shabbat and festivals, right? Because there's 2 editions. One's for weekday prayers and one's Shabbat and festivals. And I assume that
Yeah, Shabbat and festivals. Yeah, I have the pocket size book, and it came in 3. So one is Psalms, and one is Shabbat and festivals, and one is weekday. So yeah, for this class, I'm using the Shabbat and festivals one, but if you can find that 3-book set, it's really nice. But
what's so much of a difference between weekday? I mean, I've gone on the weekday and it seems very similar to Shabbat, although I know the melodies are different when they do it, but
yeah, well, the weekday service is only about
it's short.
20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on, how fast they go. Whereas Shabbat, that's 2.5 hours. Well, there's no Torah reading. So that's, unless
Right.
it happens to be
Right.
on a Monday or a Thursday or a holiday, you might, it's just a little bit different. And different synagogues skip more prayers than others.
Yeah, I know it's similar, but I thought, isn't that sort of redundant that because the pretty much same prayers are in there, except that they don't do as many on
Right.
Shabbat.
They could just do it with markings instead and just say we skip this because it's not Shabbat, or I don't know. I can't.
Make it easier for us.
Yeah. And to sell more books, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. But I mean, I love these little, I know some people find them too small, but if you're buying one out of the 3, definitely yes. The answer to your question was the Shabbat and festivals for our purposes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think they'll both have Hallel in them. We could actually do Hallel before Pesach if anyone's interested, and that's also for Rosh Chodesh. So, but Purim's coming up, so I don't want to skip Purim. So, and I also don't want to skip just the basic core prayers that that this class was is covering. I don't want to I don't know, we have a mix of people in here and I'm trying to reach out to all of you. So.
We appreciate
And
it.
as I say, when we do the more challenging ones, I think it works for the people who are still learning, because any word that you put together, whether it's in a prayer that is that I consider familiar, or you still need to learn how to put the letters and the vowels together. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay unless I hear you screaming back at me. So feel free. Okay.
If
All
we have
right.
a chance to do Hallel, I would love to be able to do the
I would
Hallel
love to
more.
do Hallel.
I
So
love it, yeah.
I'll look at the calendar again and see where it fits between Purim and yeah. Okay. Well, this was great. And I apologize again, Amy. Okay, good. As long as watch the recording and just practice. It's really what you practice on your own more than this class. So, okay, I'm going to stop the recording.